Goddess morning. Bitch goddess morning. This morning, y'all are gonna do it with me. Come on. Put your hands on your heart. Are you putting your hands on your heart? Put your hands on your heart. I love you. Actually make contact with what's in here. Oh, so beautiful in there. I love you. I love you. You know what I love? I just love feeling the resonance of my voice. It echoes right in here. I love you. So on this compelling thread of yoga, thank you, Rosie and Erin. You ladies are the torchbearers of the yoga thread. Well, I guess we all are. Fuck that, we all are. So my 108 cents are that I'm all about Matt Kahn, and he gave one specific talk. It's called Too Good to Be True. It's on YouTube, about moving from the third dimensional teaching, spiritual teaching. The highest spiritual teaching was truth, and like constantly striving to find higher and higher layers of truth. But then he's like, but listen, it's endless. Climbing the ladder. Truth, give me more truth. And when we're holding on to a truth, it just gives us something to defend. And fifth dimensional spirituality, there's like, if you're defending something, you're not in the fifth dimension, because fifth dimensional consciousness is unity consciousness. And so really where we move from truth in the third dimension to goodness in the fifth dimension. And I would say that goodness is the SHRI-ness, is the all-pervading light of heaven. And so all the practice that we've done with yoga and cultivating this experience of union has brought us to the place where we can be the SHRI that we want to see in the world by being living examples of goodness, unconditional goodness, like not waiting for people to earn our goodness. That's something that I love that Matt Kahn talks about, is that when you see somebody behaving unconsciously, all they are being is a flashcard, he says, so that we can see, well, how would I rather that they behaved? Like, what would be like the highest expression that I could imagine them being? And then you be that, I be that. That's being the SHRI that you want to see in the world. And it is such a high honor and a privilege to be a living example, an unconditional example of SHRI-ness, of goodness. And yeah, that's what the essence of yoga has been whispering from within us all along. And there's something to be said for the embodiment piece of yoga. I really feel it in the breath, that those, it's all so tied together. So I think everybody on one hand deserves or could be benefited from the deepening, ever deepening experience of embodiment. Not experience of embodiment, but the feeling of being safe in our bodies, the feeling of being at home in our bodies. And that's something that yoga can provide. But I guess what can provide us the most safety of being home in our bodies really is to love our hearts. You feel your nervous system, at least over time you will, if you do this practice. And I demand, no, I suggest, I invite heavily, because it's changed me. When you do this practice, you feel your nervous system relax and soften. The body softens. And yeah, I think a big piece of the embodiment of yoga is feeling at home in the body. So that we can really embody that goodness.